Hey, what's up, adventurers? Thanks for joining me on another video. This is going to be another walking video where I'm just casually walking with my dogs. I decided to once again do a voiceover as opposed to me talking while I'm walking with them. Now, if you're kind of curious why I'm doing this, it's mainly just for me. It's my personal preference. When I'm walking, I'm not. I kind of get distracted a little bit as to what I'm doing. That leads to a lot of pauses and me just umming and saying a bunch of random stuff. So I'd rather sit down, look at the video, and then talk about a topic that I think is interesting. So at this point in time, Ghost, my Dogo Argentino, is 10 months. Fenrir is 14 months. Now, I'm going to talk about why dogs at over a year are referred to in months and not so much a year old, right? Because you don't see this in babies. You don't say, oh, my son is 18 months or 16 months. You just say, oh, he's a year. But mostly for dogs, the reason that when people ask me how old Finn is, I'm saying 14 months is because a dog that is 14 months and 20 months are both a year old. But that's 6 months of difference for them to grow. And you have to understand 6 months is a long time for dogs. Now, let me give you an example. Fan was 27 inches tall when he hit a year. I measured him about 3 weeks ago. He's 29 inches. So somewhere between 12 months and 14 months, he grew 2 inches. Now, he can randomly get another growth spurt, and I'm assuming he is. I talked to somebody that owns his brother. He's from the same pairing, but from 2 years prior. And I was curious to see how tall he was, so I asked. Apparently, they don't measure him, right? But he said that standing up, he's 5'6". The owner's 5'6", and standing up, his dog looks at him eye level. So I know that based on that, Fan can still possibly grow a little bit more. Aside from that, you're also dealing with behaviors and changes that can impact your dog, as well as aggressiveness, maybe timidness, energy level. Maybe they kind of mellow down a little bit, which is what I've seen with Fan. Is that when he was younger, he was just all about that energy, man. And now that he's getting older, he's mellowed down. He's a little bit smoother. He's just chill, and that's interesting. That the older they get, the calmer they're slowly gonna get. For some breeds. Now, I kind of want to talk about both, not just one, right? So let me talk about Ghost, right? Right here, we're running in this part. We're going for a little jog. You see how Ghost is always leading, man, and that's something that is just amazing about the Dogo Argentino. Is that I've mentioned this before in my other videos as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit it again for those that maybe haven't seen the previous one. It's like a switch. There's a switch inside Ghost that the moment he puts a collar on and the moment I start running, he goes from neutral to high energy, and he'll run, man. He will run. It amazes me because he's such a normal, like a chill dog at home, but he has that drive. And I think that Ghost, I think that the Dogo Argentino is just, it blows my mind to see a dog that is so calm, brave. He's still 10 months, so he is kind of like shy around certain dogs. If he's loose, he's more friendly, but if I'm walking and somebody makes like noise, like if I'm walking by a construction worker and he gets kind of close to me, like you see that he's very aware. Ghost is very aware of the situation that's at hand. And there's been times where I'm mentioning this because I keep an eye on him when these things happen, because I'm trying to see how he's changing as he's growing up. And it's instant, man. Like, somebody can do something subtle and boom, he perks his ear, he widens his stance, And he's like, all right, dude, what are you gonna do? And then I'll snap him out of it, like, hey, let's go, come on. And he's like, all right, cool. Well, he keeps walking. You know, if there's a loose dog, same thing. There's a loose dog. He's kind of like whatever about it. As soon as that dog starts getting near me, but same thing. He starts broadening his chest. He doesn't bark either. Like, it's rare for Ghost to bark. Surprisingly, I honestly thought that he was gonna bark more, but owning him has kind of shown me that it's very, the circumstances have to be, there has to be an ideal circumstance for him to bark, meaning that if there's a dog that's outside and he's getting near the fence, he'll bark at him. um, but I'm gonna keep these updates that I have on Ghost for another video, because I want to dedicate exactly everything that I've experienced with the Dogo Argentino from 2 months to a year. That's going to be till January though, once he hits a year. I'm already working on Fence, by the way. I will upload that video soon on everything that I dealt with the Blue Bay Shepherd and the low content Wolf Dog from 2 months to a year. The changes, the behavior, the different circumstances that some people might meet as opposed to me, because everybody's interactions with them will be a little bit different. Now, for those of you wondering why I call him a low content wolf dog and a Blue Bay Shepherd, I haven't really explained that in the video, and I'm gonna go over it briefly here. And the reason why I'm going over topics briefly is because these walk videos are meant to be more chill, you know, more neutral. I'm not trying to hit a specific topic and beat it down. I will make a video specifically for that. But the reason that I call Fen a low content wolf dog is because he's 38% wolf. Now, there's some Blue Bay Shepherds that are as low as 8% wolf. There's some that are right now, the ones that they're breeding this year are, from what I'm seeing, is that they're from 8% to around 15%. They're really low. They're extremely low. And they're already like F8, F9. I believe Fan is a F7. I'm not too sure. He's between F6 and F7. But he did come out extremely high for a Blue Bay Shepherd. I mean, that's borderline. If Fan were to be used for breeding purposes, he wouldn't be bred to another wolf dog. He would be bred to a pure German Shepherd to kind of even out that wolf dog in him. So that's why I do call him a low content wolf dog, but he is a Blue Bay Shepherd, and you guys have to understand, because I don't want people to think like, oh well, you're using the name Blue Bay Shepherd wrong, because it's either or, he's a low content wolf dog or he's a Blue Bay Shepherd. Well, the Blue Bay Shepherd is still in the process of being made. Let's not forget that the Blue Bay Shepherd isn't a registered breed. It's not an established breed yet. It's still in the works, and therefore Fan being part of that work, even though he is a low content wolf dog, he's still part of the generations into creating the final Blue Bay Shepherd, right? So I kind of just wanted to put that out there, because I saw recently a video on wolf dogs and people were, I just saw some comments, and I want to address that here before somebody does comments and ask about that. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate y'all for, I've noticed an increase in the views. Right now I'm still working on creating the thumbnails types, being more efficient with the thumbnails. That's kind of what I'm struggling with right now, but practice makes perfect, guys, and eventually I'll get better at this. But I appreciate the support, and thank you all very much for watching the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have any recommendations, any topics, anything that you would like for me to cover, put them in the comment section below. Go ahead and paw that like button, subscribe, and share the video to your family and friends. Make sure you guys go out for a walk. Walk your dogs. Don't just watch me walk my dogs. I encourage everybody to go out on an adventure of their own. Walk your dogs, run your dogs, play with your dogs, train them, go outside, have fun, alright? Peace and love from my pack to yours. Thank you.